What's up, Storm fans? Bryant Cook, and tonight I am, for once, excited to play Gift Storm. Normally I'm not. It's usually a begrudging thing because it's a donation deck, and it's a deck that I used to love. I own Gift Storm completely Japanese foil, but it's just a deck that hasn't aged well in my opinion, primarily due to Remand becoming less and less effective. So there's Force and Negation, which is a huge issue. Returning your opponent's force to their hand is garbage. And whenever I say that, people are always like, oh, well, you remand your own spell. You can't remand a flashback Past in Flames. That's not how it works. So any opponent with a pulse will put Past in Flames to the graveyard, and now what do you remand? See the problem there? So I don't love Remand. On top of that, Remand hasn't aged well against other pitch cards in the format. There's a bunch of things wrong with it. So whenever I have to play Remand, I kind of hate it. And recently I've been playing a lot of lists with Discover the Impossible, but that card's always just eh. Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. Tonight we're trying out 4 copies of an Offer You Can't Refuse, a brand new card from Streets of New Capenna that's a pseudo ritual. So if you're unaware what Offer does, it says counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. There we go, I can talk. And it doesn't say opponent. So its controller can be you. You could be controller. How crazy is that? So you can actually use an Offer You Can't Refuse as a ritual effect. So if for some reason you cast, I don't know, let's say a wish and your opponent counters it, you can then offer your own wish, for example. Or you can offer Noxious Revival to make a mana, because you could pay 2 life to cast Noxious and then offer it to be +1. A lot of people don't play Noxious Revival anymore, and I'm usually one of those people, but I think it actually makes a lot of sense in this deck list. So the reason to primarily play Noxious Revival is that it creates gifts piles that can win with 2 mana instead of 3. So if you have Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, Past in Flames, that's your standard pile. But if you already have one of those pieces in hand, you can Noxious Revival one of the other ones back and just win the game. So Noxious does open some stuff up. But now if you have an Offer You Can't Refuse in hand mid combo, you can just Noxious for, or I'm sorry, you can Gifts Ungiven for Noxious Revival, and then that can be your 3rd mana. So it opens up doors to becoming faster, and I think that's really interesting. Another thing that I really like about an Offer You Can't Refuse is it actually counterspells removal on Baral or Goblin Electromancer. So previously, you would play out Baral with 1 open mana, you'd hold up Remand, and they cast Lightning Bolt, and you go, well, if I Remand their Lightning Bolt, they're just going to cast it again. An Offer You Can't Refuse just stops Lightning Bolt altogether. Yes, it gives your opponent treasures, but they'd have to have another copy of Lightning Bolt or a different removal spell. So I think Offer is some uncharted territory that I would like to, see how it goes tonight. And I think this could be really, really powerful. If you watched any of my previous Gifts videos recently, you'll notice I'm all about Leyline of Sanctity. I'm still playing, 4 copies of my sideboard. I'm actually playing Leyline in so many of my decks that I'm considering getting a 2nd playset in paper, just because I hate switching out cards so much. I'm playing it in my modern sideboards, in Gifts Ungiven, but also Lotus Breach, Pioneer. I've been playing it in Legacy recently with Neoform, a bunch of different stuff. So Leyline, I'm in love with the card right now. I think the ability that it is a free protection spell that you don't have to hold up mana, it's really, really nice, and it stops things like Endurance, a bunch of sweet cards. So this is the deck list we'll be playing today. If you're unfamiliar with Gift Storm, I'm sorry, this is not an instructional video, but a quick breakdown is you really want a creature in play like Baral, Chief of Compliance, or Goblin Electromancer, because they reduce your instants and sorceries by 1 mana. From there, you can cast Desperate Ritual or Pyretic Ritual to make mana, and then cast Gifts Ungiven. Anytime you cast this card with 3 mana floating, you win the game. So you win the game by getting a Desperate Ritual, a Pyretic Ritual, and a Manamorphose, then Past in Flames. So as long as you have 3 mana floating, you can always cast Past in Flames. From there, you can recast all of these cards, including the Gifts Ungiven, for another pile, where you get, Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Grapeshot, Past in Flames. You cast all those spells, and then you win the game. That's how the deck works. Quick 2-second tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm Fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for sideboard help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 sideboard guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first match. We're on the draw. Here we have a 4-lander, but I think this hand's a keep. Adawara's like 3.5 lands, especially when you have 3 lands in hand already. So it's a bounce spell. We'll see how it goes. One thing that I forgot to mention in our deck tech was why I'm running both Opt and Consider, which might seem a little bit odd to those of you that, are looking at this deck list for the first time, and, no fault to anyone there. So the reason that you play Opt and Consider is that you're running an offer you can't refuse. It seems odd, I completely get it, but when you're running offer, you want to be able to hold open your mana in case you need to counterspell something. So you don't want to tap out for like a sleight of hand and then not be able to cast an offer you can't refuse. So by playing all instants, you get to keep open your options. That's a Wrenn and 6. Okay. Saga, you got it. I'm just going to go grab a basic island in the face of a possible... I guess they're probably not a Blood Moon deck. Alright, let's bottom that. Wish was a good one. Draw. Okay. I think I'm just going to pass. I don't want my Baral to die, so I'd like to find a window where I can play it and potentially do something meaningful all in one turn. Alright, they're activating the Windswept Teeth. 4 available mana. Darn the Great Creator. Not a big fan of this card. If you've ever watched my videos before, it's possibly my least favorite Magic card. They're probably getting a Tormod script here, if I had to take a wild guess. Liquid Metal Coating. Okay. I think we're going to have to try to push the envelope here. Come on, deck, give me a ritual. Draw. That was not a ritual. Alright, come on, Manamorphose, I guess. Ritual. Manamorphose. We'll add red-blue. That did not help. Okay, so... I think I'm going to Past in Flames. It's obviously not going to be great, but I think we gotta take a chance. Manamorphose. Blue. Alright, Ritual's not bad. That's from 6. Let's cast the Opt. Hello. Ritual. Alright, gifts targeting them. Firm is 9. Alright, so we'll get Manamorphose. Ritual. Ritual. And then is this a place where we actually get the Noxious? So if they give me Ritual Noxious, that's fine because I can still empty. I think it's actually the Noxious Revival. Wait, hold up. Is that even true? It might not be true. It's not empty. I think it's Galvanic Relay. Do we want the Noxious Revival? I think the... I don't know if it matters. Let's just grab it. Let's see how it plays out. Also, Relay might be better than empty anyway. Who knows? Relay doesn't lose to Karn getting Ratchet Bomb. And our opponents just conceded. I don't think they were dead yet. So let's say they give me Manamorphose Noxious. Or just Ritual Noxious, because that's only 4 mana. I think our opponent conceded a little bit prematurely there. But I'll take the game 1 win. No big deal. Ooh, my sideboard was cut off there. You probably couldn't see my storm count. I'm sorry about that. Alright, well that's been corrected. I'm sorry that you missed it, at least for game 1. Okay, so is this a matchup where offers good? I don't know. I think they likely have a bunch of hate permanents, so I don't hate bringing in these effects. Can probably board out the revival. And they're not a blue deck, so I think I'm okay with shaving on these. Maybe leaving 2. You could also board and bolt over these, but I want to see how this card does today, so I'm going to leave it in. Call it a day and hit submit. Game 2, on the draw again. This hand is a snap keep. Alright. I think a lot of people don't look at an offer you can't refuse in the correct way. It's not a counterspell, and it's not a ritual. You really have to look at it as 0.5 between the pair. And I think that's when you realize its effectiveness. Because you'll see some people like trying to counter it as a counterspell, but it's not always that. So I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous. And obviously it's not a ritual in all circumstances. It's a weird hybrid of a card. Ooh, this is the deck you're playing. Alright, well I wish I had my lightning bolts. I didn't realize that this is what we were facing. Grab our steam vents. Okay. Draw. And just pass the turn. Something we could do, and the reason I didn't cast the opt, which was if our opponent doesn't do anything meaningful here, we can cast opt on their end step and counterspell it with offer. They have 2 cards. I think I'm going to counterspell this. So they do get 2 treasures for their Planeswalker Apprentice. Or Accomplice, or whatever you want to call it. We'll take 2. And they're passing. Okay, let's cast Opt. Don't need a land. And another Opt. I think I'm going to attempt to play the Baral here. Alright, let's see how this goes for me. I know that I could have cast Grapeshot and killed their Hierarch. I gave my opponent 2 treasures. I don't think the mana denial plan is what this game's really about. I'd rather just represent having a counterspell while being able to cast the opt. And they have another copy of Karn. Okay. Getting an artifact. Will it be Tormod's Crypt this time? And it is. Okay. You have a crypt. Tap this for a blue and let's cast opt. That's a good one. Draw. So I can bounce the crypt. Ritual. I'm short of doing anything meaningful unless this opt hits like a Manamorphose or another ritual. Alright, let's see how this goes. Veil of Summer. What? I guess it increases my storm count. Okay. I could potentially look at double Grapeshotting them. Let's cast this opt. Definitely don't want that now. Bottom. So if I go Ritual here, Ritual Wish, that's from 5, 6, plus 7 is 13. I think that does it. So 4, 5, 6, 7. My math doesn't appear to be off. Grapeshot? Not blue or black. Now they're at 7, and we cast the second copy of Grapeshot. Boom! 1-0. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Round 2, we're on the play. Let's get it. Obosh the reveal for our opponent, so they are playing a companion. Let's pop that out. It's gonna wreck my sideboard. I really hate the new Moto UI changes, just like always making my sideboard smaller pisses me off. This hand's a win if we can find land number 2, so I think I'm gonna risk it even on the play. We have a little bit of redundancy with our cost reducers as well. Bloodstained Mire. Basic Mountain. Channeler. Okay. Ouch. Opt. Nope. And we hit the land. How lucky. Draw. The Noxious. We can even put another land on top. Pretty good with fetch lands, huh? I'm gonna play the Electromancer here, I think. I don't know if it really matters or not. I was thinking that I wanted to play out the Electromancer because if I draw another blue source that doesn't make red mana, I could play Baral into a win, but that doesn't even make sense when I don't have Manamorphose already. So a little bit of flawed logic, but I really only get punished if our opponent has a burn spell that only deals 2 and not 3, which I don't think that they're playing. I guess Stomp would be the only card I can think of. And here I am just looking like a fool. Okay. Milling another Seal of Fire. You got me. Alright. Draw. And there's the Morphose. So next turn, if I put the land on top, play Brawl, it's 5 mana, 6 mana. I think I'm just going to pass and see if they tap out. Alright, well they had Lightning Bolt too, so ultimately nothing matters. Would really love to see the opponent tap out here. That's hurtful. Okay. Saga. They are delirious. 3 available mana. I'm sorry, 3 cards in hand, 2 available mana. Game plan changed. I think I just have to play out Brawl now. It's an answer to Soul Guide. We have 3 cards. Alright, I think I'm going to play out the Baral and just pass the turn. Alright, so no end-step Bolt. Saga's at 2. Alright, so I'm going to go to 6 here. Another Saga. And they're passing. We have to figure out how to beat Soul Guide, but it's definitely doable. Draw. That's good. Pyretic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Let's target them. I'm going to keep this Manamorphose around. We'll get Wish. Manamorphose. Fast in Flames. And this Ritual. We're just going to go through the Soul Guide rather than answer it. I think that's the easiest thing here. Okay, so let's cast Piff. I'm expecting for them to use the Soul Guide here. And now we can use the Noxious to put Wish on top, or the Gifts Ungiven. So we're gonna go to 4, and I think the right thing to do is put Gifts on top. So Past in Flames is still on the stack. We're going to cast Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, make blue, draw the gifts, target the opponent. And now this Gifts Ungiven will resolve before the Past in Flames does. That was a really, really sweet line. Storm's 8. Also, this Gifts Ungiven will get flashback. Alright, Gifts is targeting our opponent at the moment. I was forced to float red, so we don't have an offer up, but can't have it all. Okay, so it's Manamorphose. We'll do blue, red, Ritual. And now this Past in Flames. Nice graveyard removals spell you had there. Just casting rituals at this point. Manamorphose. Make blue. Manamorphose. Blue. Storm is 16. Desperate Ritual. Wish. And we'll grab this sideboard copy of Grapeshot. That was so sweet. Love it. The Noxious looked really good right there. Wow. Okay. So this is an aggressive deck. We definitely want Lightning Bolt. And I don't think, or I don't know if we actually want an offer in this matchup. It's just they're too aggressive, I think, for that card to really be good. I'm open to being wrong, but I don't think it's where we want to be. And despite this card looking really good, I think we'd rather just have dedicated answers. So that leaves us at 61, and we need to find one more card to take out. I think I'm going to shave an Electromancer down to 7 creatures, especially after we saw Seal of Fire. Could bring in Leyline of Sanctity. I just don't know if that's really what the matchup is about. That and Soul Guide Lantern doesn't target me. It says each opponent. Nile Spellbomb says target player. So it's not like Leyline would protect us from that anyway. This hand seems decent enough. We'll try it. Pop the graveyard out again. Alright, keep. Den of the Bugbear. Ragavan. Alright, I'd like some draws that aren't super clunky, please. Ragavan's going to attempt to get in, but will be shot by a lightning bolt. Channeler and Saga. Okay. Another Soul Guide. You got it. Draw. Oh my, that's obviously not a good grip. I'm not even going to play out the Baral. It doesn't make any sense. So the reason you want to play out Baral is even with the best draw on my deck, I can't do anything meaningful next turn. But on top of that, our opponent wants to cast instants and sorceries to turn on their Delirium. Ooh, Unholy Heat was one I wasn't thinking of last game, so that's also a card that I should have had on my mind. So it was just wrong to play the Electromancer on 2. But they want to cast their lightning bolts and everything else for, geez, another 2 damage spell. I'm just egg all over. But if they're going to want a lightning bolt to get to the Delirium, I don't want to play this out. Instead, we'll just consider trying to set up. All right. And Seal of Fire. Yep. So they're going to attack for 3. Let's consider, just in case I draw a lightning bolt. I don't want that. Opt. Bottom. Land 3 is okay. Draw. Killing me here. These draws have been terrible. Alright, pass the turn. The opponent is floating a mana with Urza's Saga and the Search. But did they get another Pirate Spellbomb? Okay. Dealing 2 to Baral. You need another red source. Oh, the Seal of Fire. Yep, I forgot about Seal. But they had another red source anyway. I mean, I wasn't winning this game if I held on to Baral anyway. Alright, draw. Dies to this. We'll just pass here. Are you going to cycle the spell bomb? And they do? Okay. So they'll attack for 3. We go to 11. 4 cards in hand. Land number 3. Chandra, Dress to Kill. So it makes a red and deals 1. And they can exile the top card. Soul Guide number 2. My graveyard has been rendered useless. I mean, I've effectively lost this game already. Like, these cards just aren't going to get the job done. Draw. Alright, I'm at 9. I don't see what world I realistically win this game in, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to go to 6 here. A lightning bolt at the Goblin. Alright, I'm dead. I'm just going to go to game 3. Maybe we do want the offers. I don't know. Maybe going after their creatures with bolts just isn't the right plan. Although hitting Ragavan really bought me a lot of time that game. Would it be crazy to consider boarding out Electromancer altogether? We saw a lot of 2 damage removal, and then just boarding in triple offer and only relying on Baral. I'm gonna see how that goes, I think. Alright. So yes, we'll be on the play. Pop out our graveyard. Let them reveal their Obosh. We'll keep this. Okay. I'm just going to play Steam Vents. Even if our opponent plays turn 1 Soul Guide Lantern, I would not cast an offer you can't refuse. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to open up or hold open a mana. Turn 1 Ragavan, okay. And we will bolt the monkey again. What's the play? Channeler, okay. Ooh, they missed land number 2. I think I'm just going to grab the other Steam Vents. They're a Saga deck, so they don't have Blood Moon, so there's no reason to fetch a basic. And this is a little bit greedy here, but I don't want them getting Scry equity, so I'm just going to bounce the Channeler. There it is again, and they're passing. Okay, so on their end step, I plan on casting Gifts Ungiven. So they're attacking. We'll go to 19. Light up the stage. Okay. They kept one card on top, which was likely the Den of the Bugbear. And now they're passing. So let's cast Gifts. Target you. We're definitely getting past in Flames, so we want that. And I think right now we just want mana. Grab the Manamorphose. And if we can draw a Baral, we can go off through a potential Lightning Bolt effect as well. And they gave me double Ritual. Okay. Draw. Wish. So if I go Ritual off these two, I'd have tapped this flashback. Doesn't do a whole lot. Alternatively, if I went like Ritual, cast Ritual, offer. So I would counter my own offer. Make 2 mana. So then when I have 5, 6, 7, I can empty for 12. Do we think our opponent has outs to empty? Probably not. So I'm going to hold priority on this. Offer you can't refuse. Offer you can't refuse. So I'll get 2 treasures, plus 2 storm. Ritual happens. Ritual. Cast Wish. Into empty. They will be able to cast this Unholy Heat on my end step to kill one of the goblins. But I still think that this is the correct line. Here comes the Unholy Heat. Yep. They mill a Seasoned Pyromancer. No Delirium quite yet. If they hit Delirium pre-combat, they're forced to attack, which means they won't have a blocker. So if they're going to cast a bunch of spells and they want to block, it might actually be better to switch phases to their second main phase. So that way they have a potential blocker. But it looks like they're just going to Lightning Bolt me. They're going for face. They're saying, hey, I want to race you and your 11 goblins. Realistically, they also might have an answer in their deck, and they're just digging to that, saying I'm not going to win this game if I don't find the answer. They mill a Channeler, still no Delirium. Light up the stage. Milling Chandra, they are now delirious. Mire. Okay. So with the attack from the Channeler, we'll go to 11. Seal of Fire puts us at 9. If I draw any mana, so an untap land or a ritual, I can flashback Past in Flames into Lightning Bolt to kill the Channeler. Draw. So I would go to 10. Let's get in there. And there is a Lightning Bolt in the graveyard. Flashback. The hard way. And then Lightning Bolt the Channeler. Okay, pass the turn. So the reason you want to kill Channeler there is there is a chance our opponent just burned us out, and I don't want to give them that opportunity. I mean, it still could be the case. Pyromancer. Okay, so I have 11. They have to use the Seal of Fire, or else we have lethal. So my best draw becomes like a Lightning Bolt here. Best draw is still Lightning Bolt. Okay. Let's move to combat. We're just going to attack out. Make them block. So they can put 3 creatures on 3 of our goblins and then use Seal of Fire on 1. And that will put them to 1 life. Okay, I mean, that's just lethal. Alright. They decided to pause, I guess? So they'll take 7 to 1. Which actually shuts off Bloodstained Mire and other fetches. So if they drew a Mire for turn, and they wanted to activate the Den of the Bugbear, they can't do that. Opponent has 4 cards. So they're going to seal, put me to 8. Light up the stage. That can happen. Lightning Bolt and Chandra. So this puts me to 5. Seal of Fire. Trying to think here. I think I let that go. So this puts me to 3. This would put me to 1. So if their last card in hand is a burn spell, I'm dead. Offer it. This is a spot, admittedly, where Remand would be better. And it's a Saga. Oh no, I'm dead to the Chandra. They got me. Wow, I can't believe they burned me out. Props to the opponent. That was a good game. Hard to be upset about that. So we found a situation in which Remand would have been better. I'll admit it. That said, Remand would have never put us in the spot where we could cast Empty. So take, win some, you lose some. But that was a crazy, crazy match. That was really sweet. We are now 1-1. Playing your favorite combo deck in Paper just got so much easier with the Epic Storm Mini Token Pack. You can pick one up at theepicstorm.com/shop for $13. It includes 64 double-sided mini tokens. That's 128 tokens total. And they include 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm counters. That means that you can count your way all the way up to 20 for Grapeshot, everyone's favorite Stormwind condition, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator, 4 treasure tokens for Strike It Rich, and then 10 monk tokens for our vintage friends. It also has Slime Time Live, 8 Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness already built in to make playing in Paper so much easier. No fumbling around with dice. We've got you covered. Make sure to go grab those if you're playing Modern. And then Squirrels versus Goblins, Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, the Battle of the Ages. You definitely need 20 Squirrel tokens and 20 Goblin tokens. You're going to love this mini token pack, I promise. And once again, you can grab that at theepicstorm.com/shop. Time to bounce back. It's the third match with Giftstorm featuring an offer you can't refuse. This hand is fantastic. We just have to find the second land. We're going to do that. I promise it's going to happen. We have a pair of Consider to help. Alright, Spire Bluff Canal and pass the turn. Bridge, okay. Some sort of affinity variant. Some joke about this not being Pauper. Cast Consider. That can certainly be milled. And we hit the land? How lucky. Alright, let's just play our human wizard and pass the turn. Hopefully our friend Baral doesn't die. Alright, what is the Ornithopter deck doing? There's a Saga. Blood Fountain. Looks like we get to do our thing here. Draw. And another Manamorphose. Cast it. Blue, blue. Manamorphose again. We'll do red, red. Offers decent. Manamorphose. Red, blue. Player land, why not? Gifts Ungiven targeting the opponent. Storm 5. We already have Past in Flames in the graveyard. I feel like I just want to end this quickly. So if they give me Ritual Wish, I can still flash everything back. We're fine. You dead. Okay, instead they gave me a weird split, which, I don't know. Their life. They can do what they want. So we have 5, 6, 7. This is 4 to flashback due to the Baral. So I can play the Wish first. And then flash this back. Ritual, ritual, ritual. Play another Wish. Morphose. Morphose. Morphose again. We'll make it red this time. Consider. I was going to double Grapeshot, and then I realized that I would have to click so many times anyway. So I just decided to keep casting more spells instead. Sure, we'll play an Electromancer that's 18. Let's destroy the Ornithopter, teach it a lesson, into the sideboard Grapeshot. Ooh, I also could have abraded the bridge. Maybe that was the real thing, is I was supposed to destroy the bridge. Lost equity. Meme value down the tank. Okay, that's game number 1 over this affinity variant. I mean, I think we probably board these in again. Shave the Noxious and a couple copies of Offer. Try this out. Game 2 on the draw. Our opponent's taking a mulligan. We're going to keep. The old end step on turn 4, cast Gifts Ungiven hand. There's a Saga. Drum. Thopter. Memnite. Frogmite. Okay. They have 1 card in hand. I'm just going to be lazy and main phase cantrip. It'll be fine. The Saga does represent a graveyard piece of interaction, so they can go get a spell bomb or whatever. I think we keep Ritual. Okay, Saga moves up to 2. Alright, Citadel. And they're going to crash in for 3. We'll fall to 16 life. They can activate the Saga to make a huge creature. Let's consider. I was thinking about fetching first, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, so we're pretty much on the draw a creature next turn plan, I think. So they've made a huge construct, and now they can make another huge construct and search their deck for a spellbomb effect. Or Soul Guide Lantern, whatever makes them happy. Interesting, they're just tapping for mana. They're not making another construct. They got a Grafdigger's Cage. Ooh, plating. Is that lethal? It is lethal. I am dead. Not fast enough. Turn 3 on the play is really impressive. Props to them. Okay. I see you. I think we just resubmit. Game 3. This hand's very good. Keep. Alright, so we're going to start this game off with Island Pass. Then on their turn, we'll cast Consider. Turn 1 Saga. Drum. Jar. Okay. Consider. I think I want that. Draw. I mean, our draws have been good so far. I'm just going to grab a basic here. No need to deal myself extra damage. Play the Electromancer and pass. So the reason we wanted this ritual is the key is getting to gifts with 3 mana floating. And that's what the ritual does there. Alright, opponent has 5 cards in hand. Ooh, that hurts. And they have a jar. So we do have 2 Echoing Truth in our deck, but we have to get to that point. And the Wish doesn't do anything here. because, well, we boarded in all of our answers. All right, so let's get in there. And then next turn, they get to search up a Damping Sphere with the, or not Damping Sphere, I'm sorry, Grafdigger's Cage with the Urza Saga. All right, pass. On their end step, we'll cast the Gifts. And they do get Cage. They play a Bridge, 1 mana floating. Another Damping Sphere. So I'm pretty much on the Echoing Truth plan. Find Echoing Truth. So I think a cool line that we can do here is we can get an Echoing Truth with the Gifts, knowing they won't give it to me. And then if I can draw a land, I can go Wish into Noxious Revival, put the Echoing Truth on top of my deck. So I also might want to consider just getting 2 lands with this. Is that crazy? But I also would need to be able to answer the... Because, like, even if I can make that happen, what does my hand do then? I guess is another concern I have. So I could do, like, a Braid, Echoing Truth, Otawara, something else, but, like, is that even good? I don't know. Alright, so... I think they'll give me a land if I put a land in the pile. I think I'm going to put an Otawara in there. And I'm expecting that they just give me... Hold on. Do you Otawara? So alright, I think this is it. I think that this is the pile. And I'm expecting that they give me the 2 lands. Or if they give me Wish Island, I'm also fine with that. That was a really, really interesting Gifts in my opinion. Ooh, they gave me the Echoing Truth? They must have messed up, right? Like, there's no way that was on purpose. Get in there? So I can bounce the Damping Sphere. And then wish into like an empty. I have a feeling that they have like Metallic Rebuke or something here. Alright, I'm just going to attempt to cast it. Oh no, they couldn't cast Metallic Rebuke. They don't have a creature. They don't have a creature for this Springleaf Drum. Ritual. I think our opponent misclicked on what they wanted to give me with the Gifts Ungiven, which is unfortunate for them. Cast Wish. Terms 5. Excuse me. Cast another Wish. Now Storm is 6. We can Noxious Revival, Echoing Truth to the top. And then empty for 16. Look at us. Darksteel Citadel. Another drum. They have 4 cards in hand, 2 of which are Damping Spheres. Sojourner's Companion. 1 unknown. And a concession. Yeah, I think our opponent just didn't read Gifts Ungiven, unfortunately, but I will take a match win. We are now 2-1. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon, and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm. But that's not all. We've included a Card Hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your Card Hoarder cart to make life simple for you. Alright, the 4th match, we're on the play again. If I find land too. It's really good. It's worked out for me so far tonight. Why not, right? Opponent with a mulligan to 5. Okay. Steam Vents. Pass the turn. What are you playing, Elish Piper? An island deck. Otherworldly Gaze, I like your style. Ideas Unbound, Creeping Chill, Stinkweed Imp. Now this is a deck. I love it. Okay. Consider. I will be keeping that Spire Bluff Canal, thank you. Alright. Player a Goblin, and hope that we're able to untap unscathed. Stinkweed Imp. So they're a Dredge deck with Ideas Unbound is like a super looting. This deck seems sweet. Tome Scour. Yeah, our opponent's deck is awesome. Draw. Play the Otawara. Tap. Desperate Ritual. Morphose. Blue. Cast one of my many gifts. Alright. And from here, it's just the standard stuff. Nothing special. Grab that Morphose. Okay. So we'll cast Manamorphose. Red. Fast and Flames. Ritual again. Manamorphose. Blue. Manamorphose. Blue. Desperate again. Gifts Ungiven. Grab Grapeshot. Experiencing a lag. Is this a concession? And it is. Alright. Game number 1 over this Dimir Dredge deck. I don't know if I'm supposed to sideboard here. They might have Thoughtseize. Is that better than just having Offer? Alright, I think I'm going to try having Ley Lines here. Gives me an excuse to side them in anyway. And if I'm wrong, I can just switch it for game 3. No big deal. Good hand. Good hand. We are missing a payoff like Gifts Ungiven, but there's 0% chance that I ship this. I wonder with the mulligan to 6. Misty Rainforest. Into a Watery Grave. Otherworldly Gaze. What is that card? Okay. Not really relevant for us. I guess loses all abilities is relevant. Land, and we're just going to pass the turn. Will they dredge the imp? No. Okay. Fetch. They're looking for a land, that's why. Okay. Draw. Fetch again. We're trying to thin here. I'm just going to play the Electromancer. Start beating down like I'm an aggro deck. Draw. Morphose is a good one. Baral, let's get in there. Hear me roar. Human wizard. I guess it's just wizard beatdown. It's not human wizard. This is a goblin wizard. This is a human wizard. Wizard tribal. Alright, and our opponent still hasn't drawn a land yet. Okay, so I think we probably have this now. Ritual. Morphose. Blue. And our opponent's had enough. Alright. 3-1. 1 round left to go. If you're looking for more great Magic the Gathering content, definitely check out the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We primarily discuss Legacy. That said, a lot of what we talk about transcends all formats. We're available on all major podcast platforms. All right, it's time for the fifth and final match. We're on the draw. Our opponent is revealed a Yorion, which in Modern could mean it's as simple as the 4-color money pile deck, or my experience whenever I'm playing leagues, it's almost always Death and Taxes or some other Hate Bears style strategy. With this hand, we just need to find a creature. Can we do it? I don't know, but I'm probably going to keep this on the draw. I think it's fine enough. We have 8 creatures in our deck. We'll be hopefully okay. Steam Vents. And a Ragavan. Okay. Another land. Ragavan gets in. We'll go to 18. Manamorphose. Imagine they're casting the Manamorphose here. Yep. Fairy. You got it. And they plus the fairy, so that way if I even drew a creature, I couldn't cast, or I couldn't play next turn without it being bounced. Draw. There's our creature, but there's no point in playing it due to the fairy. So I think I'm supposed to just pass here. Next turn I could potentially look at casting Empty the Warrens, but I don't know if I love that. They hit Polluted Delta. Sacred Foundry. 3 mana. 4 mana. Omnath. Okay. They plus to fairy. Alright, so I think we actually have a line here. Assuming our opponent doesn't have a force in hand. So we play the Goblin. And you're not going to believe me, but this only works because our opponent hit us with Ragavan and then decided to cast our Manamorphose. So we go up to 7 mana. We cast Wish down to 5. We cast Past in Flames. Ooh, if they have a force here, they got me. Alright, Past in Flames. And now that we get a blue mana off the Manamorphose. Cast Wish again. Morphose. Blue, blue. And now we Gifts Ungiven, targeting them. This only works because of the Morphose. We can just get rituals here. We already have a spell we can cast out of the sideboard with Wish, which can be our Grapeshot. I don't need another Past in Flame, so I guess I just get Grapeshot here. Okay, so this is now resolved. Our opponent gave us Manamorphose, Grapeshot. Morphose. Red, blue. Another Gifts. Let's flash this back, why not? If our opponent counters it, they're dead anyway. Or even an Endurance. And the concession. So we're moving to game 2. I don't really see a need to sideboard. I'm just gonna resubmit. My deck's already perfect. Game 2 on the draw. Our hand is pretty good. We'll try this. Really just looking for a payoff. Foothills pass. We'll just play the Spire Bluff and pass the turn back. Manamorphose was a decent draw. Wooded Foothills. Or Triome. And a different Wooded Foothills. The new plus the old. Meddling Mage. Okay. I did not. I guess I have Otawara, Grapeshot, and Wish. What? Why would you name Manamorphose? How dare you hurt my feelings like that? That can go to the graveyard. Ritual, draw. Alright, I think I'm just gonna run out the Baral. Take a chance, live fast, or something like that, right? That's how the expression goes? I don't think it is. Alright, so we're passing the turn and hoping that my Baral lives. Abundant Growth. Red mana for Lightning Bolt. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Lightning Bolt. I was expecting Solitude or Fury. And we're stuck with this hand that does nothing. Okay. I could really use a Wish right now. That's all I'm going to say. It's fine. And the opponent's passing. Okay. Draw. Yikes. Okay, so Metal Mage will put me to 12. 11. Draw. Another Morphose. You're killing me, Smalls. Mage gets in. We'll go to 9. Draw. I think I just have to discard a Manamorphose. Alright, we're at 7. We're pretty close to just being dead to double Lightning Bolt. Opponent discards Omnath. Okay. Another Abundant Growth. We're going to 5. They're going to clean up. Ending. Draw. So this is us. We'd pretty much be going all in on Opt and Consider. Let's do it, I guess. Ritual. Let's splice, see if this resolves. Ritual again. Ritual again. Fast and Flames floating 4? The hard way. So let's think about this. If I offer this and our opponent has another counter spell, they can just counter the Past in Flames. If I offer my own Past in Flames here, what does that mean? So I would fetch the basic island, cast offer, I'd go up to 6 floating. I would get 1 draw off of Opt or Consider. Or we could hope that my opponent doesn't have a second counterspell here. Is 1 draw good enough? I think I'm supposed to just cast offer on my own thing. Offer the Past in Flames. Alright, so counterspell fizzles. Alright. Ooh, I think I found another workaround here. Alright, I've solved the puzzle. We're going to offer a ritual later on in the pile. And that will give me blue. Okay. So we're going to hold priority here. Cast this ritual. Now I'm going to offer it. So now I get more looks with offer, or with Opt and Consider. I'm looking to hit, the first one could hit Wish, the second one would have to hit Grapeshot itself. So we have to get kind of lucky here. Cast Opt. That has to go on the bottom. There are no lands for this to fetch. Consider. Grapeshot. Boo! Boo! Alright, I worked so hard. I found the line. We weren't lucky enough to win. Unfortunate. I mean, that was a sweet one, though. Manamorphose I couldn't cast. Alright. Game 3. I guess I'll take out the Noxious Revival for an answer. I don't want to, but I'm like priced into doing so. Bring in a Braid. Let's take out one Goblin for one Echoing Truth, I guess. Let's try this. Game 3 for the marbles. Sure thing. Keep. Turn and pass. Triumph. That does not cast a turn 1 Ragavan. So the question is, like, do I play out Baral on turn 2 or do I try to hold it and be sneaky? I think I'm going to try to hold it and see if I can opt into like a Manamorphose for an easy win through Bolt. 2 mana. There's the Meddling Mage again. What will you name? Manamorphose again. Okay. This person has a real grudge out for Manamorphose. Opt. Let's put that on the bottom. Draw. Alright. This is where I get punished for not playing Baral out last turn. Okay. Besage. Green and a white. Boo! Boo! I guess, like, I don't know. I could have emptied last turn. I guess I can still empty this turn. Against her opponent's blue land. I feel like an idiot if I get flustered here. So they just had it all. Damn. Okay. I think I just let this go. One has 3 cards. We'll take 2 down to 17. Draw. I think I'm just going to pass, and then on their end step I'll cast Gifts. 3 cards. Puts Yori into hand. Okay. Let's try the, like, they could have counterspell here. I'm not, it's not that I don't know that. It's, I don't know if this gets any better if I wait. So kind of just have to make them have it. It looks like they do. They're at 13, incoming counterspell. Okay, so they have 3 cards, one of which is Yorion. Can't really do anything with this right now, so I think I'm just going to pass. Move my sideboard down. So they played a Stomping Ground. Moving to combat, we'll go to 13. Still 3 cards for the opponent. Draw. Okay. This an Incept Solitude. Saw that coming. So Yorion and 1 unknown. So we're going to take 5 here, going to 8. So now it's Yorion and 2 unknowns. Attempt to cast another Gifts. Another counterspell. Okay. Draw. So I could play Wish into the Electromancer. I just don't know what that actually does for me. So if I draw a creature next turn, let's do the math. So if I draw, let's say I draw Baral next turn. So I play Baral off the 2 islands, Ritual, Wish, floating 1. So Wish into Past in Flames won't even win. So if that's the case, I do think I'm supposed to just Wish, play Electromancer, and then hope to top deck. Okay. Green mana. Abundant Growth. Is this an ending? All right, writing's on the wall. We lost this one. Draw. Cast opt. Sure. Cast. Yes, they can go to the graveyard. Manamorphose I can't cast due to the Meddling Mage. So good games, opponent. Good games, and we finished 3-2, which is fine. In general, I felt like throughout this league that an offer you can't refuse was fine. It was just fine. There's a few pretty cool situations we had with it. One situation where that didn't work out. In general, I don't know. It seemed okay enough to me. Let me know what you think. What really impressed me this league was Noxious Revival. I think that this is a card I'll be playing a little bit more of moving forward in my gifts list to get a larger sample size, but at least tonight it was pretty impressive. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on that one as well. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.